Hi friends, it is Sabrina, and today we are going to begin in Sukhasana, which is easy seat, essentially cross-legged pose. And I want to use our block today. We're going to be using it first at the very beginning of class and again at the end, so have it handy. If you have a bolster, you can also use that. And I want you placing it directly underneath your sits bones so that you can find a comfortable cross-legged seat, putting all of your weight into that block. Let your knees fall open. Let the back of the hands fall onto the inside of the thighs and palms are facing the sky. Take a deep breath in, then sigh it out your mouth. Again, inhale through the nose. And returning to a normal breath. Deep inhales through the nose and longer, slower exhales out the nose. Scanning your body from bottom to top. Is there anywhere that you are holding tension? Let go of any hold in your legs, your hips. If you are holding your knees up so your hips don't open, relax them. Strong, straight spine. Shoulders melt away from the ears and down your back body. Slight tuck of the chin, really elongating the back of the neck and feeling the crown of your head reaching towards the sky. Connecting with your Ujjayi breath. Gently constrict the back of the throat to create a sound of a wave crashing on the shoreline. Connecting with the breath, ensuring your exhales are longer than your inhales, sending the signal to your body that you can begin healing in a parasympathetic state for the rest of your practice. And we're going to find a pranayama called Nadi shodhana. So if you are familiar, you can get right into it with verbal instruction, or if you need some visual cues, feel free to flutter your eyes open. Bring your palm to face your face, and then fold down your first two fingers, your index finger and your middle finger. You're going to be using your thumb to close down your right nostril, and then your ring finger to close down your left nostril in alternating motions, along with pinching both of your nostrils. If this is really uncomfortable for you, you can pinch your nostrils with whatever variation, your thumbs and your first two fingers, whatever's most comfortable for you. The traditional way is just those first two fingers tucked. So preparing for Nadi shodhana, alternative nostril breathing, plug down your right nostril with your thumb and take a deep inhale into your left nostril. Fill the belly. Pinch both nostrils. Using that ring finger, take a pause and then release the thumb to exhale out your right nostril. Nice and slow and controlled. Keep the hands where they are. Inhale into the right nostril. Use the thumb to pinch both nostrils, take a pause, release the ring finger and exhale out the left nostril. Inhale left nostril. Pinch and pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale, right nostril. Pinch and pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, left nostril. Let's find that rhythm. Inhaling left and holding for an exhale right. pause. Inhale right. Pinch and pause. Prepare for exhale left. Inhale left. Pinch and pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Pinch and pause. Exhale left. 2 more without instruction. Trying to slow down the breath a little bit. Very nice. Ending on that left nostril, returning to normal breath, palms on the knees. Feel that ease, balancing the right and left hemisphere. You should feel a state of calm, focused awareness. Preparing for our next pose, flutter the eyes if they're closed again, remove the block, and come into rock pose. We'll be using that block later on, so just put it to the side. And coming into rock pose by bringing the legs behind you, and you can either be on the toes if you'd like a little bit of a stretch for the arches, as long as you can do this. And then the minute it's uncomfortable, coming down onto the flats of the feet. So whichever one you prefer, you can also sit on your block if that's uncomfortable for your legs. We're gonna come into some facilitated neck stretches. So first, nice and gentle, small movements. Inhale the right arm up and overhead, reach it around your head. If you like, you can place the middle finger in the ear, in that upper little hook, not in the hole. Or you can just place your hand over your head. Take a big inhale here, reach the left arm away from you. And on your exhale, tip the neck to the side, trying to shine the side of the neck to the sky. Keep breathing. On your inhales, finding more length. On the exhales, finding more depth. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, you can come out a little to find length in the neck. Exhale, tip a little deeper. Move your chin around very slowly. See if there's anywhere else you want to hold for a moment more. And when you're ready, bring your head back to center with the help of your hand. Switching sides, reach the right arm out and alongside you. Inhale the left arm up and overhead, wrap it around. Find the same hook in that little hook spot, or just let the hands rest. Take an inhale as you reach that right arm away from you, and exhale. Gentle tip of the neck to the side, shining the right side of the neck to the sky, and breathe. Reconnecting with your Ujjayi breath if you've lost it. Moving the chin around to find any areas of tension. You can nod your head slowly. And when you're ready to come out, use the facilitation of your hand to bring your head back up to center. Now clasp your hands behind your head, interlacing your fingers. Take an inhale here. Shine the crown of your head to the sky, and on your exhale, gently tip your chin into your chest. A little bit of a pull down with your hands and fingers. You should feel the activation of the back of your neck without it being painful. And on your next inhale, shine your chin back up to the sky. And all the way back, find a little back bend. And exhale in this position. Let your head fall into the hands. If you like, you can even release the arms and really let that head fall back. It won't fall off. Take another inhale here. Shoulders down, no constriction. And on your exhale, chin back into your chest. Interlace the fingers, slight pull on the neck. Finding a bit of a cat and cow movement with this now. Inhale the elbows out and back, arch the back, let the head fall back. If you like, you can release the arms. And on the exhale, round the spine. Interlace the fingers behind the head and a slight pull down. Elbows can come towards the front of your head. Inhale, elbows out, let the head tip back, arch the back. If you like, release those arms, cactus arms. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the head, tuck the chin, and find a little stretch. 2 more on your own breath. Inhale. Exhale, curl in. 1 more inhale. Full expression, cactus if you haven't tried it maybe. Exhale, curl it in, nice. Now inhale, back up to center, release the arms. Finding some side tips now, bring the left fingertips to the earth. Inhale the right arm up, and exhale, tip to the left, shining the right side body to the sky. Feeling that stretch up the right side, and open the chest to the sky. Try and externally rotate the ribs to shine the chest up. Feeling that activation in the armpit. Up the arm and sides, and exhale back to center. Place the right hands to the earth, ground. Inhale, left hand to the sky, preparing to tip to the right on our exhale. Rotate that rib open, shining the chest to the sky. Reach on your inhales, and on your exhales, tip deeper. Feel that stretch up the right side, ribs and armpits. Keep breathing. Nice. Inhale, back up to center. Very nice. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale again, up and overhead, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. 3 more times. Working with the breath. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms to center chest. Very nice. And now clasp your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers with the opposite grip than you were using to clasp your head. Inhale, drag those knuckles down your back and collect your shoulder blades together on your back body. Let your head fall backwards. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, coming into a humble position. Dragging the knuckles to the sky and your head to the earth. Once your forehead comes to the mat, play with relaxing your shoulders at the same time, trying to straighten those knuckles up to the sky. Rinsing out those shoulders. You can do a gentle sway using the push into your shins. And very gently unclasp your arms. Find a child's pose with the hands behind you, back of the palms on the mat. And just take a moment to reconnect with your breath. And when you're ready, bring your hands to the earth in front of you, pushing into them to help bring yourself back up to that rock pose. Very nice. We're going to find a camel pose, and specifically dancing camel. So everybody coming up onto your knees and then curl your toes behind you to find a nice grip into the earth. Your hips should be stacked directly over your knees. Knees are obviously hip distance apart, and you should have a very nice 90-degree bend in that leg, minus the fact that we're kicked up on that heel. This is our set point for camel. So coming back to sit on those heels. With dancing camel, we're working with our breath to find a swinging motion where we're thrusting our hips forward and stretching our front body, reaching the opposite arm to the sky, while the other hand anchors down to the foot to help with that whole motion. So to walk you guys through it, bring your left hand onto your left heel or ankle or anywhere on the foot that you find grip. I love to just place my palm directly on that heel and then let my fingertips curl down towards it. From here, on your inhale, you're gonna thrust your hips forward and sweep your right arm forward, up and overhead as you stretch the front of your body, pushing into that left heel and left hand to find a nice stretch for that shoulder, for your hips, and exhale, come down. Switching sides, switching grip, right palm over the right heels, fingertips melting over into the arch of that foot. Inhale, hips come forward as the right hand this time comes up and overhead, reaching. Shoulders melt away from the ears. Front of the hips are open. Exhale. Inhale, switch sides. Use the full breath to find the depth. Inhale deep. Exhale, sweep and switch sides. Then inhale, finding dancing camel on the other side. Inhale in the pose. Exhale in the pose. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to sweep. Inhale to find the opposite side camel. Full inhale, full exhale. Full inhale to prepare. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, dancing camel on the other side. Switch. And in, and out. And in to prepare. And out. Sweep. In, dancing camel right side. Out, full expression. In to prepare. Out to sweep. In to find it again. One more. Let's just go with the breath. And when you're ready to come out, do so gently by crawling back up using the support of that hand to pop off of the ankle. And everybody coming down into a deep child's pose. Knees are wide, toes are together, forehead comes to melt onto the earth, reaching forward. Reconnect with your breath. Inhales and exhales through your nose. Slow that heart rate down using the power of your breath. Ujjayi to lengthen that exhale and really bring that heart rate down. And when you're ready, walking your hands back towards you into a tabletop position. Making sure your knees are directly underneath your hips, your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, fingertips are wide and splayed. You have a very beautiful grip of the fingers into the earth. Your spine is neutral. Your core is engaged. You are breathing, pushing that mat away from you. Strong tabletop. Extend that left leg behind you, parallel with the earth. Find an inhale here. And on your exhale, push up, elbows in tight, leg to the sky. Inhale, push back up to plank. Exhale, push up, chaturanga arms, elbows in tight, kiss the earth. Inhale, back up, only 3 more. Exhale, chaturanga arms, elbows in tight, push up, kiss the floor. Inhale, back up to plank, knee parallel with the mat. 2 more, exhale, chaturanga arms, push back up, parallel with the floor. Last one, inhale, exhale, chaturanga arms nice and tight. Inhale the leg back up parallel and then toes to the earth. Roll your weight into that back leg, really open up the back of the knee. Whew. Waking up the arms and the body, and then switching sides. We're going to be doing a total of 7 push-ups. Inhale that leg behind you, extend it straight. Find the strength in the arms, make sure that those elbows are tucked in tight, and on your next exhale, kiss the earth, the leg comes to the sky. Inhale, push the mat away from you, leg is parallel to the mat. Exhale, tip the chin to the earth, leg comes to the sky. Inhale, strong arms, push up position. Exhale, come all the way down, chaturanga arms, tight elbows to the sky. Inhale, push up. I've lost track of count. We're gonna do 3 more. Exhale. Inhale, push up. The arms are burning, I know. 2 more. Exhale, down to the earth. You should also feel it in that right glute. Last one, you know what? That's it. Foot down. Stretch that leg out. I think that was 7 if we go back and count. Feeling the back of the knee open up. Feeling the arms active and on fire for sure. And then coming into a shoulder stretch. So back in tabletop. Inhale your right arm up for a moment, a little bit of a funky twist. Reach up, look up. Exhale, thread your right hand underneath your left armpit and bring the shoulder to the mat. Right ear coming onto the earth. A little bit of a puppy pose, shoulder opener. Melting over the shoulder, you can tent the left fingertips so that more of your weight is just sinking into that shoulder. You might feel a little tingling. It's really helping open the back of the shoulder, helping settle your heart rate at the same time. And then push into those left-tented fingertips to rise out, back to tabletop, so we can find the same variation on the left. Inhale, reach up, twist, look up to the left, a little funky feeling, and then exhale, sweep the left arm underneath the right armpit. Bring the shoulder to melt onto the earth. Left ear melts onto the earth. Tent the right fingertips. Keep breathing. And just melt into that left shoulder. Don't hold any tension or weight in your feet or legs to control it. Just try and melt into that shoulder. Your arm or hand might go a little tingly or warm. This will help with your circulation afterwards. This is healthy for the fascia. And inhale, press into those right fingertips to come back into a tabletop position. And find some spinal rolls just to round out our time in tabletop, kind of like a cat and cow, where on the inhale, you let your belly and heart sink between your shoulders as you look up. And on your exhale, you can push to find angry cat in a circle formation, little barrel rolls. On the low points is the inhale. Exhale on the high points. Inhale. Exhale, push. Inhale, sink and look up, arch. Exhale, round the spine, push the mat away. Any variation that feels good for you. If you are doing barrel rolls, make sure that you're switching sides in the direction that you're rolling. Really just helping wake up and mobilize the whole spine. Deeply bending the elbows while you're doing this so that you're finding full range of motion. Anywhere that you feel stiff or you need to wriggle, press and hold. Don't be shy. You're probably at home alone, so just feel free to let it all go. And settling to find plank pose. Stepping back, 1 foot at a time, toes curled under. Push that mat away from you, okay? Shoulders directly above your wrists. I know that you're strong. I know you don't love this, but I know you also have got this. We are now gonna find side plank, okay? And it's gonna be a little easy. We're only gonna hold here for 20 seconds, and then we're coming into a side plank with a knee assist. So we will not be holding with the arms. This is the final 12 seconds of holding this plank. Push the mat away from you, engage the abs. I know you've got this. And very slowly, when you are ready, place the left knee to the earth and come to a side plank position, rotating your body to the right side of your mat, reaching the arms up and overhead, still pushing that mat away from you with the left hands. And in a supported side plank. You can stay here and practice just reaching and stretching that side body, or you can lift the back right leg, playing with the balance. If you're here and you want more, you can inhale, exhale, side oblique crunch. Inhale, extend, exhale, side oblique crunch. You can tuck those toes under if you want more stability. Working with the breath. Inhales to reach, exhales to crunch. Last one. If you're holding, very nicely done. We are also working here in the crunch, and everybody returning the right hand to the ground, returning the right knee to the ground, finding a quick child's pose before we find that same variation on the other side. Inhales through the nose, exhales out the nose. Making sure the exhales are longer, slowing down that breath, returning the heart rate back down. And before our heart rate gets too low, popping back forward to find side plank on the other side. Press right into it. I know we've all got this. We're only gonna hold for 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. And now place the right knee onto the earth. Spin your hips and body open to the left side and find the same variation that you did on the other side. If all you did was hang out and reach and practice opening up your chest and shoulders, that's amazing. If you were working on lifting that leg, finding some stability and balance, also amazing. If you were working on your inhale to exhale, crunch, you can be doing that as well. Wherever you are, honoring your body today, because the needs change all the time. Sometimes I can do this crunch with the other leg lifted. Sometimes I don't even want to do this. So honor where you are. Halfway, if you even want to play with a different one, that's okay. 2 more breaths here, whatever you're doing. Maybe you're even in full side plank because you're like, whatever. That's what feels good for my body today. I want you to always honor where you are in your practice. So if we're in a side plank alternative and you prefer side plank, then go into it by all means. All right, let's come out all together, back to tabletop, shake it out, and then we're gonna push right back into downward facing dog. Step those feet back. Our first down dog of this practice, and it feels pretty good. Push that mat away from you, melt the heart to the earth. You can have a deep bend in the knees if you like. You can walk your dog. You can come up onto your tippy toes. Hang out here for another 15 seconds, doing whatever you need to do to feel good. Working on tracking those heels to the earth. At the same time, shining the sits bones to the sky. One more breath. Inhale the left leg up into the sky. Exhale, step it forward, runner's lunge. Knee comes to the earth, toes stay tucked under. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms as you sink into that front hip. Keep the chest open while working towards sinking into the ground. Open that left knee out to the left. Keep the elbows wide. You should feel that stretch up the right hip flexor. Really waking up the front of the leg. And then press into the left foot, straighten that left leg, and come into a half splits, hands to the earth, and feel the stretch up the left leg. Very nice. One full breath here. And then lunging back into that left knee. Bring your hands to the earth. Step forward into a forward fold. Grab for opposite elbows in ragdoll. Knees can have a slight bend, but you're always working towards straightening those legs and allowing yourself to fold at the waist and just melt over, letting your head go. If it feels good to nod your head yes or no, shake it around, release any bits of tension. And then bring your hands to the earth, find gorilla pose, stepping onto the hands so that your toes are at your wrist crease. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Working with the breath to wake up the back of the legs and send the signal to your body that all is good. Release your hands and gently roll up to standing. We will meet in Tadasana, but come up as slow as you can. Head to come up last. Very nice. Once you're at the top of your mat, roll your shoulders up to your ears, behind you, and then down your back. Strong, straight legs. The kneecaps are fully engaged. Slight tuck of your tailbone. Engage the abs. Chest is shining to the sky. strong in Tadasana. Toes are gripping the earth. There's a gentle sway, but you are strong and planted. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Look up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge at your hips, hands come to the earth. Inhale, push into the fingertips, halfway lift, straighten your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, and this time step your left foot back, runner's lunge. Left knee to the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, cactus arms as you lunge into that right leg. Breathing here for a minute, working on sinking our pelvis into the earth. You should really be feeling that up your left hip. Your chest is open, your shoulders are away from your ears. A little back bend as you keep finding more depth. Can you let your hips sink any deeper? And when it feels good, inhale to extend that right leg straight. As you exhale, bring the hands to the earth, bow over the right leg, and feel that stretch up the back of the right leg. Take a breath here. Folding from the hip. Really working with the breath. On your inhales, I think of straightening the spine, and on my exhales, I think of deepening the pose. And come forward. Hands on either side of that foot. Tuck your back toes under if they aren't already, and push into your hands. Get that right foot off the ground. Step back into downward facing dog. Very nice. Finding a flow. Vinyasa flow. Inhale into plank pose. Take a breath. Exhale, chaturanga or all the way onto the belly. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra or up dog if you're in chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Get there however you need to. Again, inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more on your own breath. Meeting in down dog. Reconnecting with Ujjayi breath. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, use it to walk your feet towards your hands fully. Forward fold, ragdoll, let the head go. Reconnect with your breath if you've lost it. Let the weight of your upper body pull you towards the earth, allowing it to help straighten the back of your legs. Keep breathing. Now release your hands to the mat. Reverse swan dive on your next inhale. Reach up and overhead, come up to standing, back bend if it feels good, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up, little back bend if it feels good. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more just like that. We're gonna find some hip circles so that our next little series of movements are good. So find all of your weight in your right foot, and then bring your knee out in front of you. Your foot can be flexed, your toe can be pointed, whatever is more comfortable for you. And then find some slow, controlled hip circles. And I want to give yourself permission to allow wherever your knee and leg needs to travel to feel good. A lot of people do hip circles fully open, back down, forward. I like to let the leg go a little behind me so that the ankle is naturally as I imagine it wants to be, kind of finding a full circular motion. So hands can be on your hips just so they're out of the way. And when you're ready to switch sides, bringing all of the weight into your left foot now, right knee into the chest and forward. Find your balance. Same as with the other side of hip circles. Slow and controlled. If that ankle dips behind you, let it. It's okay. You don't have to go quite so boxy with these. Whatever feels good, because all of our hips are very different. Very nice. For our next series, we're gonna come into Warrior 2 and then Skandasana. So now that our hips are nicely warmed up, finding ourselves in downward dog through a flow. Inhale, reach up and overhead, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step the left foot, then the right foot back, plank pose. Inhale, push the mat away from you. Exhale, chaturanga, or all the way onto the belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg into the air first this time. Exhale, step it through Warrior 2. Rotate the back left foot down, cartwheel the arms open, and find yourself into a deep lunge into that front right knee. Front right knee is tracking out towards the side, not caving in, and you have a nice deep 90-degree on that front leg. Find your breath. Deep lunge. Strong straight arms reaching in opposite direction. Shoulders are down and collecting on your back body. Your drishti, your gaze, is somewhere over that front middle finger. You are strong. Warrior. Now coming into Skandasana, a bit of a side lunge. So find some relief by straightening that front right leg. Bring your hands into a prayer pose. Turn your left toes out if you need to protect your knee. And then as deeply as you can lunge into that left leg. If you're here, cool. If you can come all the way down, even better. Hands can come out and palms facing the sky if you're low. And then we're gonna find a variation where we go from our depth of Skandasana into a front Warrior 1 lunge. Back into that side, lunge, forward, front lunge. So wherever you are in depth, wherever you can be, working with your breath to go from a deep side lunge, popping out of that leg with strength into a deep front lunge, okay? I am not gonna tell you where to be because everyone's depth and ability for this work is really different, but I want you to start practicing. How deep can you lunge to the side, building strength in that leg? How many times can you then go from that into lunging into that right leg? Nice. And when you've hit your limit, coming back up. And then finding a humble forward fold. Clasp those hands behind you, straight legs. Inhale your knuckles down first, let the chest shine. And then exhale, forward fold. Hinge at those hips. Let it all go. Rinsing out those shoulders. You can drop one shoulder to the earth at a time. And when you're ready, gently bring your hands down underneath. We're going to find a twist. So bring your left hand directly under your face. Inhale your right arm back like you're pulling a bow and arrow, elbow to the sky. And then release the fingertips up, reaching, twisting. Allowing all of that power to settle in the legs. Knowing that we have one more side to come into. And then we will all cool down. Release the right hand back to the earth. Bring your hands to your hips and slowly work yourself up to standing. Hello. And now coming into Skandasana on the other side. So I'm just gonna reverse my side of the mat so that you guys are still facing me. If you are where you wanna be, that's amazing. We're gonna flow into this one to find that warrior two. Inhaling the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the spine. Exhale, plant those hands, step back, jump back, chaturanga plank, whatever variation of a flow you'd like to take. Inhaling into cobra or up dog. Exhaling, if you can, over the toes, working towards that into down dog. This time, inhaling the left leg up into the air behind you. Exhale, step it through, warrior two. Rotate the right legs down. Cartwheel those arms open and lunge into that left leg. Nice deep bend on that left knee, 90-degree angle inside of the knee. Knee is tracking out to the left, and then arms are reaching in opposite directions. Shoulders away from your ears. Feeling that burn in the right leg. And now straighten the front leg, bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, deep bend, Skandasana on the opposite side. Finding that same flow. Inhaling, exhaling into the lunge. Inhale, coming out. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, up. Exhale, front lunge. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, push into that right leg. Exhale, lunge. Inhale to come up. Exhale to come down. You can see how we're working with the breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, depth. Inhale, up. I love just playing with the arms here too. Like, inhale, come up and dance with them. Exhale, bow down. You can really find some fun variations with the hands to find your power. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. And then like we did last time, coming into that wide-legged stance, basket your hands interlaced behind you, shine the chest open, and then exhale. Rinse the shoulders out. Letting that heart rate come down. And when you're ready, slow, controlled, release the hands. Right hand comes straight onto the mat underneath your face. Inhale, push the mat away from you as you extend that left elbow to the sky like you're pulling a bow and arrow, and then extend the arm all the way up, reaching, twisting, grounded in the right hand, left arm reaching for the sky. And bring that left hand back down to meet the others. Step your feet in towards each other, finding Malasana, deep squat. If you need your block for assistance and you want to sit up on that, that is perfectly okay. But if you don't, that's also amazing. Either way, your toes are pointing out 45 degrees. You're in a deep, deep squat. The hips are open. The chest is shining to the sky. And if you find that you're caving down or in, you might want to find that extension with a block, because the goal is to remain upright with your upper body. And then with your hands at heart center, the elbows are pressed into the sides of the knees so that you are helping flare the knees open with the elbows. The lower you bring your hands, the more it helps that assistance. Breathing here, allowing our heart rate to come down. And if a bind is in your practice, you can take one now or attempt towards one by bringing the left hand down to the earth. Right hand then reaches across your chest, up in an opposite direction to your left hand. And you can stay here or work towards bringing that right arm bent behind you and then bending the left arm behind that thigh, working towards grabbing the fingers. And if your fingers find each other, rotating that right shoulder open, Trying to shine your heart to the sky. Keep breathing. And as gently as you came in, coming out, giving yourself enough time, finding that same variation on the opposite side, reaching the right fingertips to the earth, and then the left hand scrape across your chest as you reach them out and up to the left, to the sky. Working on opening the shoulders here, or if you're working towards a bind, bending both arms to clasp the hands behind that thigh. And then shining the chest open to the sky. Continuing to breathe here. Just 5 more seconds until we come all the way onto our backs for some decompression and a little cool down. Release as slowly as you came in, and then roll yourself all the way onto your backs, making sure that you grab your block so it's nice and handy close to you. Coming all the way down, bring your knees into your chest, finding happy baby. Bend the knees and reach for the outside edges of your feet. And then knees come wide as you track the knees towards your armpit or the earth. Try and flatten your shoulders onto the mat, flatten your back onto the mat. The most amount of contact with your back and shoulders as you can possibly have against the earth. And then you're working on melting those heels into your hand into feet, working on that opposite push and pull pressure to really stretch and activate those hips. And if it feels good, you can straighten one leg at a time and deeply bend the knee of the other, just like you would in down dog. Straightening one leg in happy baby. You might even rock to that side slightly. And coming into the other one. And bringing your knees tightly into your chest, curl into a tight ball. Bring your chin up to meet your knees and give yourself a big hug. If you can grab for opposite elbows or triceps, give yourself a little rock from left to right, massaging all of your internal organs. And we're going to find a supported bridge, which will also give us the same benefit as legs up the wall. So bringing your feet to the earth, knees are bent to the sky. And now grab that block and place it underneath your low back, right where your tailbone would be, so that you find some nice support, making sure that it's kind of bridging the area right where your low back meets the top of your bum. And then from here, you can tuck your knees into your chest. See where you might need to adjust. You might find that you need to push the block back closer towards your back. And wherever you want to be, you can either bring the feet back down to the earth and just feel that support under your hips. Or if you'd like to try a legs up the wall, you can fire your legs straight, heels to the sky. And if you're doing this legs up the wall style decompression, I love to bring my arms into cactus or a T pose, helping open up my shoulders and chest. And just hanging out here for a few moments. Allowing your heart rate to come down. Feeling all of the energy and power we worked in our legs. Relax and settle. And whenever you like, finding your legs back to the earth. Taking a few moments in supported bridge before extending into your final shavasana. Allowing all of that movement and breath to settle. giving yourself a little thanks. And whenever you wanted to extend into a final shavasana or resting position of your choice, you may extend those legs long, toes fall out to the sides. Your palms face the sky. Push into the head just to gather your shoulders underneath you so that the whole width of your back is flat on the mat. And then slightly tuck your chin as you reconnect with a normal breath. And allow yourself 2 minutes of rest while I play some chakra healing tones for you. You want to come out of shavasana, you can raise your right arm overhead and roll onto your right side into a fetal position. Before coming up to sit, however is comfortable, you can keep your eyes closed down, closing out our practice with our hands at heart center. And bowing our head so that our forehead rests on the back of the thumb. Take a deep inhale, allowing for fresh breath and air to enter the body. And an exhale of gratitude for the time that you spent with yourself today. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed, guys. I will see you at the next class. Bye.